NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org/opportunity.
We're joined by Washburn University following their semifinal victory at the 2021 NCAA Division II National Volleyball Championships. We'll let head coach Chris Herron start with his comments on the match.
First of all, I have unbelievable respect for Diane and what she does at that program at Western Washington. We've played before in the Final Four way back in 2007, so known her for a long time, and I think she's an outstanding coach. Congratulations to her team and their season. I would probably start out with this saying Kelsey Gordon was a load, and they had a hard time stopping her, and she opened up a lot of other things for us tonight with her play. She blocked the ball, she hit the ball, she gave us energy, she added to Allie's energy. So hats off to her big time tonight for carrying us. So
We also have student athletes Allison Maxwell and Kelsey Gordon. Have questions?
First of all, congratulations on a big win and advancing to the national championship. Coach, you had 4 hitters with double-digit kills tonight. What does that say about your senior setter, Allison Sadler, and how do you plan on continuing to distribute the ball the same way tomorrow?
Yeah, well, you're going to have to. Both these teams are outstanding, and so if you don't have that nice blend of 4 or 5 hitters getting at least close to double figures, you really have certainly don't have as good a chance to be successful. So Allison's done a great job all year. And, one thing I would tell you is that a huge shout out to her, because a lot of people don't know this, but she's in law school. And so this is a young lady who's doing law and trying to play at the same time. So I'd like to see a lot of nobody wants to try that. So I certainly admire her for what she does.
Can I add on to that Allison comment? She's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't think I could ever do law school and volleyball at the same time. And she came back to our program, and she is making us better every day by having her on the court with
us. Question to everyone. First off, congratulations for making the national championship. This is the furthest Washburn have ever gotten in the tournament, previously having been in the Final Four. How important is it to have gotten this far with only 1 game to go to possibly win the entire thing? How is the thoughts of being able to be the strongest team in school history and possibly the chance of winning it all tomorrow night?
Go ahead.
I think what it surmounts to is we stay true to ourselves. We stay true to our teammates. We stay true to what Washburn is, and we try to play the best match possible within ourselves. We rely on our teammates. We rely on our bench. We rely on our coaches to give us a good game plan, and we just want to go play good, fun volleyball.
First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
You both were part of that 2018 team that made it to the Final Four and lost against Tampa, right? So, do you want the rematch tomorrow night, or do you want to play Gannon?
Whoever we get, we're going to give them a game. And we're going to go out here after we're done with this, and we're going to watch both of them, and we're going to get ready for whoever we match up with against across the net.
Yeah, I think, like she said earlier, I think ultimately whoever we play, it doesn't really matter. We need to focus on our side of the net. And that was something that we said yesterday coming into this game, and I think we did a really good job of that. So I think that's going to be our main focus.
It's been quite a weekend for you, and what a special, talented team you have. And we've had some discussions over these few days, and it's always been about them, one more. You get one more. I mean, the ultimate one more. But how do you approach this knowing that it's the last
Gosh, I don't know, man. You're going to make me cry again. So I'll try to not do that. I would think that I would tell you that that's kind of, again, like we talked about this, I think yesterday, it's just been our mantra. You just worry about this one, go to the next one, worry about, so well, what a career they've had. And so, I don't know, a better way to go out than to get to play in this game and possibly win it, of course. We're going to go into it, obviously, with the mindset that whoever we play, we're going to beat. And, both those teams are outstanding just from what we saw yesterday. So should be a heck of a match.
Allison, what about the fact that this Western Washington team wasn't about to give up? They weren't going to let you go easy in that third set. They showed, what they're made of. Did that maybe help heading into a national championship, seeing that teams aren't giving up no matter what?
Yeah, I definitely think that. I mean, they fought. You can tell. Everybody knows that. They definitely give us a run for our money. And I think that does help prepare us, especially mentally, for a national championship. I mean, it's crazy that's even coming out of my mouth. Like, oh my God, that's insane. And so, yes, definitely. To answer your question, yes, it does mentally and physically prepare us because, it's a little more conditioning and we are mentally tougher now. We know we can come back from a little setback.
And I'm glad we had the fourth set, honestly, because we had the second set, that same lead, and we kind of, looking at it, we did blow it, and we kind of blew it again in the third set. And so the fourth set allowed us to regroup and go back to playing Washburn volleyball.
Okay, so for a team to make it this far, it has to be a special team. What do you think makes Washburn so special?
The girls, obviously. We've said it before and we'll say it again. These are people that we will spend the rest of our life with. I'm going to start crying. It's okay. Every single girl on this team I can go to, and I know that I can trust them on the court, off the court, anything. Every single one of them is my best friend, especially this one. It's my roommate. But, yeah, this is definitely a special team. I think the key to it is trusting each other, having fun, loving each other. It's a big part of it. All I got.
And just adding on to that, we spend 4 hours a day with each other, and then we go home to each other. And we trust each other with our whole hearts. And when you spend this much time together, you begin to form an unbelievable bond with these girls that cannot be broken. And then to couple that, we have a support staff from the coaches to the athletic trainers, to the strength coach, to the SID. We have the best support in the nation. And I'm so thankful that I came to Washburn to have my journey begin and end here.
And a question for Coach. Of course, you've seen your two star players talking about the bond and family feel for the team. But what is one thing you will miss the most out of this talented group of players, and especially the seniors who will be departing after this season?
Well, there's a bunch of them that are departing. So that's a big list. We'd be here for a long time to talk about. So if you group it together, everybody's so unique and different, and everybody, we talked about this again yesterday. It's that puzzle that now it's almost done. So about it, they're all different, and they're all just funny, goofy, and it's just really fun for me, really unique for me to have enjoyed a group of people this much, this long.
You enjoyed us?
For the student athletes, Allison, you just talked about having fun. How do you guys make sure you're having fun out there, especially in such a big game with lots of pressure like a national championship?
I think you just have to look at it like we've talked about. It's just another game. Literally no game is different than the next. And you take 1 point at a time and you play your butt off. And about it. I mean, and honestly, if you're not having fun, why are you here? You know, we got recruited to have fun, to play volleyball. So, you know, don't take life too seriously and don't take volleyball too seriously, because there's a reason we're here, and it's to have fun, and now it's to win.
You know, and it's pretty easy. I mean, everybody on the bench is doing a cheer. If you notice, we have so many weird, silly cheers. I don't want to say the words I was going to say, but it's just, it keeps it light and it keeps it fun. And when it turns away from that, that's when you start seeing it impact the court. And so we make sure to emphasize we're loud, we're obnoxious, and we are who we are, you know?
We'll let you guys go scout.
Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you so
it.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
I pledge.
I pledge.
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby.
Inside the 30. Touchdown. Michaela burns it. An incredible finish by Hall.
The NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org/opportunity.
Western Washington University, following the NCAA Division II National Championships, national semifinalist. Head coach Diane Flick-Williams, could you start with comments in the mouth?
Yeah, congratulations to Washburn. They played a hell of a match. Man, really just pushed us to the limit. And, you know, we had our moments where we were able to we did succumb to the pressure. But we did battle pretty hard, and I was really happy with the way our team played. You know, like I told them in the locker room, I'm like, you know what, we might just be a Final Four team. And so that's not too bad. You know, 4 other teams are playing at this moment. Tomorrow only 2 get to. So when we go back to home and we start competing for the next year, we'll just keep that in mind, that what do we need to do to make it in that final match. Unfortunately for us, we do lose one of our players, Kate Wick, who, you know, she's just too smart for us, quite frankly, because she did running start, and then her first year would have been COVID, and now, you know, she's going to graduate, and she's kind of the heart and soul of our bench and kind of the heart and soul of our team. So we're really sad to lose her for sure, because that's going to be a big hole to fill as we start training again. But you know, I think Chloe said it best in the locker room. We get to go home with our team, and that's a pretty great gift to have.
We're also joined by Malia and Chloe. We'll open up for questions.
Coach, as you mentioned, you guys battled throughout the night. You fought, you scrapped. How do you instill that into your team, that fight, and how do you make that a part of your culture at Western Washington?
You know, I think that's just what we do every day in practice. You know, we talked about when we were scouting Washburn, basically is like we're going to be playing ourselves because we're very similar, pretty balanced teams, like to throw punches. And so I told them to get ready for a really hard 2 to 2.5 hour practice because that's what we try to do every day. We try to challenge each other every day. And that's what we're going to do when it comes to the training. And there's some things we can do when it comes to non-ball related stuff to continue to, figure out how to fight through situations. They kind of come in with some grit themselves. These two specifically, they all look so nice and sweet and all that kind of stuff. But, if I'm going to go in a fight, I'm going to put them in front of me.
Question for the student athletes. Western Washington has one advantage from the other Final Four teams entering next season, losing very few players, meaning the majority of the current core and roster will be returning. Despite the loss, does this motivate you and give you lessons on what you need to do to push forward to go all the way next season?
Yeah, I mean, I think the cool thing about this situation is that we have so much room to grow. Like, this is not at all the peak or the best that our team is going to be. And I just know that this is going to carry us into the off season. We're going to train so hard, and we're going to become the best team that we can be, and the team that we know we're capable of being.
Well, in addition to the 13 that were available for now, we have 6 red shirts that'll come off of red shirts too, and they're hungry to play too. So it's going to be a great competitive environment in our gym. So it's going to be fun.
This is just for anyone who wants to answer it. I know emotions are high right now, and it's probably hard to think about. But what are you guys most proud of this season? I mean, obviously making it to the semifinals is a big deal. But aside from that, what are you most proud of?
Honestly, this entire experience, I feel like COVID has taken so much away from us the past year and a half, 2 years, and us as a team individually and as a whole, we've been through so much. I'm just so proud of the grit and confidence we've instilled in ourselves, and we've kept fighting every single game. We've all said it basically in the team room, like there's no other people we'd rather be around than ourselves. So I think just how much we've shown other people what we can do. And
I mean, everybody gets to see the competitive side of us. I mean, they can see the records, they can see the scores, they can see all that kind of stuff. But what people don't see is probably what I'm most proud of is how this team came together as a group. There's that saying, do you recruit character or do you recruit characters? And I have both. And they really learned to be together. And if people could have been like just a fly on the wall when we were at regionals in San Bernardino, and how many people came out to me and go, you know what, your group was really great. Whether it was at the taco place that we went to, the person who was doing the continental breakfast that we gave our per diem to as a tip, she came on our bus to make sure that she wanted to say thank you again. Our bus driver, he threatened to come over to Tampa and be our bus driver again, which we would have accepted. But every person that we were able to touch just as a group, we made such a lasting impression on them. And that's what these guys are. And it's not because they do it out of optics. They do it because it's just their true character. And that's what I'm most proud of, is that I get to be around people like that all the time.
Congrats on a great season, guys. Can you kind of talk about that third set? I mean, you could have just quit and bagged it in, but you came back and fought back. Can you kind of just talk about that?
Yeah, well, my athletic director's here, and I've already told him that my hairdresser bill is going straight to him, because this isn't our first time that we've done something like that. That just shows who they are. I mean, they're just not willing to quit, and then if they can find an avenue to score or to win, they will. They pulled themselves ahead. They let them get back, close again. They got ahead, and they just weren't ready to relent a 3-0 loss. So I think they just know how to buckle down when it comes to those hard times. We just, I think, for the next year, really need to focus on how do we do that from the first point and sustain it for longer periods of time. And that's going to be a good lesson for us to learn.
If I can add to that, I think that third game was just a glimpse of what we see every single day in practice. I truly believe that we play against one of the best teams in the nation every single day when we walk into practice. I wish that people could see our practices and see how many rallies we have, how many, even not the 6 starters, every single person on this team is amazing. And so we battle like that every single day. Even though we didn't come out on top today, I think it was just a testament to what we do every day in practice.
I'd like to thank and congratulate the Western Washington.
Thank you.